I've lived here in Madrid for almost 10 months. I got my first Spanish friend recently. It's just that feeling of you have been through so much and so much self-development and grow, and you've been out of your comfort zone because not having people to connect with is being out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Then when you then click with somebody, it's
the most magical feeling.
If we talk about in general, a big question coming up, in general, living abroad.
Okay.
I would say you're an expert on living abroad.
Oh, for sure.
And for people listening to this with a dream of living abroad, what would be your best advice to a happy life abroad?
It's a happy life abroad.
Happy life abroad.
Don't be scared to actually go out of your comfort zone. And I mean, obviously, moving abroad is already moving out of your comfort zone, but I feel like people who make the decision tend to go back to the comfort zone and trying to find people who are of their same nationality or of the same background and, stick to those people, try to stick to where it's comfortable for them to move on. And I say, try to hang out with the locals, try to hang out with people who are different from you, try to really immerse yourself into the experience, because that's the only way that I feel like you're going to have a more well-rounded and a deeper, richer experience living abroad. It's not as easy as it sounds, obviously. I mean, this advice is a little bit, it is a very broad advice to give. The best way that I can describe it is that let yourself be yourself, and then people who want to hang out with you in the cultural sense and in that environment, they'll find you. And give it a good, and be patient, because it's not going to happen immediately. It's not going to be like the moment you move in, the person that is your roommate is going to become your best friend for life. Probably not. You might even end up not seeing that person again in like 7 weeks. Who knows? I'd say give it time. Even 6 months into an experience like living abroad, you still haven't met all the people that maybe want to make you stay. So it's really a test of patience, and make sure to just try to experience everything that there is to be in that place. Go to museums, go to cultural events, go to parties, speak with people. Even if you can't speak the language yet, try to. I think that's the best way to kind of immerse yourself and have the best experience living abroad.
I think I mentioned before, I have lived here in Madrid for almost 10 months. And I got my first Spanish friend recently.
Okay.
So I think that says a lot, because I am out there socializing, but it takes time.
It takes time.
But then when you get there, or when you meet that person you click with, it's just that feeling of you have been through so much and so much self-development and grow, and you've been out of your comfort zone because not having people to connect with is being out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Then when you then click with somebody, it's
the most magical feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about romance here. I'm
No,
talking about romance.
Platonically. I mean, it's like I find myself more clicking with people in a platonic way, more like, oh, this person thinks like me, and I want to...
What do you mean platonic?
Platonic as in there's no romantic feelings there. It's more of a friendship, romance, a cis-mance, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I don't care. But it's a relationship where it's basically made out of, yes, love, but it's not romantic at all. So it's kind of like I click more now with people in a sense that is more towards adventure, more towards cultural likes, more towards that kind of sense, instead of trying to connect with someone purely because of romantic reasons. So I feel like there's a lot more to be explored in that sense in relationships, especially when you're out in different countries.
In our conversation yesterday, you said something that I've been thinking about, which is, you said many things I have been thinking about, but one of them is the difference of having a permanent and a permanent mindset versus having a more temporary mindset
Yeah.
of where you are. Can you say a bit more about, for you, why is that essential?
Could I ask you for a small favor that would mean a lot to me? If you found this conversation interesting, then please give the video a like so I know what content to make more of, so I know what topics to dive deeper into next. Yeah, that will be a massive help. Find the full episode somewhere here below, and thank you for your support.